Good Monday evening, April 28th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. Washington's 2025 legislative session adjourned Sunday night, capping 105 days of work on issues like housing, health care, and most important of all, the state budget. A fire at an East Wenatchee recycling yard on Friday sent up black smoke for about an hour until firefighters could get a handle on it. This breezy weather will continue into Tuesday with another nice warm-up expected Wednesday through Friday. All your apple blossom weather details straight ahead in your full local weather forecast. A 33-year-old Moses Lake man was killed and his passenger injured Friday in a one-vehicle collision near the Grant County town of Marlin. Sheriff's deputies say Don Terrell was driving a 1994 Mazda pickup north on Road W Northeast at a high rate of speed around 3:30 a.m. He allegedly failed to stop at the stop sign at State Route 28 East, lost control of the pickup, and rolled 4 times in the sagebrush on the west side of the road. Terrell was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected. He was pronounced dead at the scene. His passenger, a 39-year-old Richland woman, was also not wearing a seatbelt. She was transported by air ambulance to an out-of-area hospital. The Grant County Sheriff's Motor Traffic Unit is investigating the crash. The City of Wenatchee's major upgrade to the North Wenatchee Avenue and McKittrick Street intersection, also known as Mega Kittrick, has won a national award for its cost category. The American Public Works Association named it Public Works Project of the Year among $5 million to $25 million small agency projects. The city combined 3 federal funding streams to add lanes and signaling around the intersection and eventually tie McKittrick into the Confluence Parkway project. Mega Kittrick cost about $6.4 million. Wenatchee Public Works Director Tom Wacholder announced the award at Thursday's City Council meeting.
This is a really good example for community relations and safety. So our team maintained access to all the business owners, at least one access point through the entire construction, and they worked well with the business owners, and that was really well received. And from a safety standpoint, that North Wenatchee Avenue corridor sees over 40,000 cars a day, and so that was a challenge, and they overcame those. And of course, they had the COVID-related project cost escalations. And finally, this was one of the first projects that had to adhere to the Build America, Buy America standards, and they were actually changing mid-project. So they really had to pivot and really do some innovative thinking to get through some of those challenges.
Washington's 2025 legislative session adjourned Sunday night, capping 105 days of work on issues like housing, health care, and most important of all, the state budget. From the Olympia News Bureau, Murrow News fellow Albert James has a look at what lawmakers are saying about their accomplishments this year and what happens once those bills go to the governor.
The 2025 Senate regular session is adjourned. Sine die.
Sine die.
Before legislators gavelled out the 2025 session, they spent Sunday settling a few outstanding issues, including House Bill 1217, which limits landlords to increasing rent no more than 10%.
This is a bill that still allows our landlords to set their rents, still allows them to make a profit, and also stabilizes renters where they are.
We need more supply so people's rents can be lowered. This policy that has come from the committee report is really going to guarantee a rent increase.
In addition to the capital construction and transportation budgets, lawmakers passed their $77.9 billion operating budget for the next 2 years. The budget balances out on spending cuts and increases to business, sales, and capital gains taxes.
New revenue streams so we could protect the essential services that people depend on and work towards a solid future.
That is going to make this state more and more and more unaffordable to live in.
Democratic leaders say they achieved a balance of minimizing harmful cuts to state services while also increasing investments in some areas, but the work was far from easy.
This was uniquely challenging because of the size of our budget deficit, all the reasons that Senator Robinson said, the many personal losses that we experienced, and the work of getting to know a new governor who, came into office in exceptionally challenging circumstances, both federally and in terms of the state budget.
On the other side, Senate Minority Leader John Braun agreed this was a very challenging session. He says the top reason being Democrats going the wrong direction in closing the deficit, giving him concern about the economy.
We should have fixed this thing by restraint on our spending. And I know that means very hard decisions. I get that. But the idea that we can fix this by putting more burden on an economy that's already kind of plateaued, I think is wrong-headed.
In a statement Sunday evening, Governor Ferguson thanked legislators for their work on investments in K-12 education, police hiring grants, and other priorities, though he said he'll be carefully reviewing the budget and its revenue increases over the next few weeks. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Among the finalized items in the state's new capital budget, more than $106 million for building and improvement projects in Central Washington's 12th District. Representative Mike Steele from the 12th is ranking member of the House Capital Budget Committee and the lead Republican negotiator on the spending plan. Among many other projects, the finalized budget will pay $595,000 to expand Alethea Riding Center in Wenatchee, $500,000 to build a new Chelan County Emergency Management Facility, and $2 million for the Chelan-Douglas Community Action Council. In the neighboring 7th District, there's $132 million on the ledger. The Douglas County Courthouse will undergo a $610,000 rehabilitation, and East Wenatchee City Hall gets $150,000 for its own planned upgrades. When we come back, voters in Wenatchee will have their say on a 0.2% sales tax increase to pay for local road improvements. And corrections deputy and K-9 handler Jacob Lewis has decided to leave the Chelan County Regional Justice Center this summer to join the Douglas County Sheriff's Office as a patrol deputy, resulting in the retirement of K-9 Gambit. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Between juggling groceries, preparing meals, and lending a helping hand, you're a hero without a cape. But who's there to support you? Aging and Adult Care honors caregivers like you, the relatives, friends, and neighbors, helping loved ones remain safely at home. Aging and Adult Care offers chore services, respite, personal care, and more. Serving Chelan, Douglas, Grant, Lincoln, Adams, and Okanagan counties, call Aging and Adult Care at 1-800-572-4459 for caregiver support.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect, no matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Voters in Wenatchee will have their say on a 0.2% sales tax increase to pay for local road improvements. The Wenatchee City Council voted unanimously Thursday to put the question on the August 5th ballot. If it's approved, the transportation benefit charge would cost the average Wenatchee household an estimated $40 per year and boost the city's budget for pavement preservation by about $4 million annually. The city plans to host a workshop on May 8th to outline how the new money from the tax would be spent. The tax boost would expire in 2026 unless reauthorized. A fire at an East Wenatchee recycling yard on Friday sent up black smoke for about an hour until firefighters could get a handle on it. The fire at Wenatchee Valley Salvage and Recycling on Urban Industrial Way was reported at 2:34 p.m. The source was a baler that used to compact materials for processing. Douglas County officials warned nearby residents to be aware of the smoke and close windows if needed. No injuries were reported. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Corrections deputy and K-9 handler Jacob Lewis has decided to leave the Chelan County Regional Justice Center this summer to join the Douglas County Sheriff's Office as a patrol deputy, resulting in the retirement of K-9 Gambit. Lewis and Gambit, a 5-year-old border collie, began working together at the Chelan County Jail in October of 2023, where his nose was essential in combating the flow of drugs and contraband into the facility. Lewis says after 7 years at the county jail and nearly 2 years working with Gambit, the decision to leave the jail was not an easy one, but was in the best interest of his family. Since he and Gambit are certified as a team, Lewis's departure means that Gambit will retire. The drug-detecting K-9 will enjoy his retirement in Lewis's home. A new corrections deputy and a new K-9 will replace Lewis and Gambit within the coming months. Coming up next, the Spokane-based restaurant turned mac and cheese booth, Mac Daddy's, won Best in Show at last year's Apple Blossom Food Fair. We'll tell you more about the business in tonight's feature story. Breezy and cooler tomorrow with sunny, calm, and warmer weather for Wednesday and the rest of the week. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Central Washington Water is home to the Hot Spring Spa for over 45 years. Come see the Freshwater Smart IQ. It monitors your saltwater spa's pH balance, chlorine, and more. Or the cold plunge tub that will leave you feeling rejuvenated. Plug-and-play spas make hot tubbing easy. With great financing available, cold water, salt water, hot water, Central Washington Water has a spa for your budget and your lifestyle. Stop by today.
When you enjoy Abby's Pizza at your place, close your eyes and you can taste old-fashioned values, classic pizza parlor decor, and generations of tradition. Recreate that magic. Open your eyes and head to abbys.com. With pickup and delivery options, no matter where you dine, Abby's just tastes better. This is Skinny, and he helped found Abby's 60 years ago. In honor of Skinny, we're putting his favorite pizza on sale. Savory pizza sauce, Canadian bacon piled to the edge, and juicy tomatoes make this a very special pizza. Order your Skinny special right now at abbys.com.
Celebrate Apple Blossom with a classy chassis parade on Friday, May 2nd at 6 p.m. on the NCWLIFE channel. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington, Boswell's Home Furnishings, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Merry Maids, Together for Youth, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Watch the Classy Chassis Parade Friday, May 2nd at 6 p.m. on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
The Spokane-based restaurant turned mac and cheese booth, Mac Daddy's, won Best in Show at last year's Apple Blossom Food Fair. In tonight's feature story, now that the food fair at Memorial Park is back in full swing for 2025, NCWLIFE News spoke with co-owner Rob Jones about last year's win and what festival attendees can expect from the booth this year.
So Mac Daddy's came to Apple Blossom last year in 2024 for the first time. Yeah, it was great. The Valley treated us really well, bought a lot of product, and we did a pretty good job. So we have the Cougar Gold, which is the plain mac and cheese. We have the pulled pork mac and then the bacon mac. Last year the plain was demanded a lot, so this year we have the plain option here. Our Cougar Gold or our pulled pork mac are probably our top sellers. But we come in the beginning and we'll pre-make our base mac at our kitchen in Spokane at our Mac Daddy's restaurant at River Park Mall. Then we'll come into an event like this, we bring it in reefer trucks, and it comes in pans ready to go. And then we'll put it onto the flat top grills, grill it up to our temperatures, and start adding in our cheeses and flavors to get it done. If we're real busy, we can do it in about 10 minutes. If we're slow, we do it over 20, 25 minutes. First day, several hundred pounds. On the big weekends, we'll go through 1,000 pounds.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great first apple blossom weekend. I'll tell you what, the weather was beautiful for the parade, and then the wind came up Saturday afternoon, and I'll tell you what, it didn't stop all the way through Sunday. Just a nasty windy day yesterday. We had a little bit of that today as well, not quite as bad as yesterday. Some sun early, and then throughout the afternoon, increasing clouds. We do have a chance for some showers that we'll talk about, and that'll happen overnight. And also more wind in the forecast as we get into Tuesday. Here's what it looks like for possible wind gusts tomorrow. Wenatchee 30 to 35 miles an hour, about 25 to 30 miles an hour up in Omak, and Moses Lake a little bit less, between 20 and 25 miles an hour. I'm a little skeptical that we will see winds that strong, but we will see another breezy day on Tuesday. And then as we look past Tuesday, things look fantastic. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Look at that. Sunshine. We'll see low 70s Wednesday, mid 70s to high 70s on Thursday. And I think we will see another 80-degree day on Friday before clouds begin to roll in late in the day on Friday. But boy, midweek to the end of the week looks just fantastic. Today, not too bad temperature-wise, 74 unofficially today, and that's still 8 degrees above where we should be for this time of year at 66. 83, our record high temperature set in 1987. This morning, very mild at 50 degrees, 44 is where we should be for this time of year, and our record low 32 degrees set in 1986. Sunrise 5:48 this morning, and it sets tonight at 8:09. Let's take a look now at those Tuesday temperatures, and we will see a cool down. Remember, we're going to see a little bit of shower activity overnight tonight and into Tuesday morning. So with the clouds and the breeze, a little cooler tomorrow. 72 in Moses Lake and Ephrata, 71 for Quincy, only 69 in Wenatchee, but remember, that's still above where we should be for this time of year. Also 69 in Eniat, 70 in Chelan, mid-60s to upper 60s then in the upper Wenatchee Valley. As we take a look at tonight, mostly cloudy skies. Here's a trough of low pressure just to our east. Also high pressure out in the Pacific, so that'll kick up those winds. And there we go with shower activity. This is after midnight, and between midnight and 6 a.m. behind that, windy conditions. We'll see mostly sunny skies tomorrow as we get into our afternoon hours with high temperatures once again near 70 degrees in the upper 60s for a lot of us. By the time we get to Wednesday, double shot of high pressure out in the Pacific. That's going to bring us sunny skies and warmer temperatures. We're looking at readings on Wednesday into the mid 70s. Great day to head to the food court at Apple Blossom Festival. And then on May 1st for Thursday, not a cloud in the sky for the entire state of Washington. It will warm up on Thursday into the upper 70s. A lot of locations hitting that 80-degree mark on Thursday. And then by Friday, our trough deepens down into eastern Oregon. We will see mostly sunny skies early, and then that cold front will begin to move through. A 50% chance of rain, not during the day, but here we go into our evening hours on Friday, but not before we hit around 80 degrees for our high temperature. And then for the Grand Parade on Saturday, the Stamilk Grand Parade, it's not looking that great right now. Mostly cloudy, a little bit breezy and cooler. We're going to cool down quite a bit too with highs Saturday only into the mid 60s. And then as we end Apple Blossom and our forecast on Sunday, once again, we're going to see some windy conditions in central Washington, mostly sunny skies with a high temperature Sunday into the upper 60s. All right, your 7-day forecast, 51 overnight tonight. Overnight rain, maybe some morning rain as you head to work on Tuesday with mostly sunny skies and breezy conditions in the afternoon. 69 your high tomorrow, and then beautiful couple of days on Wednesday. I think we're going to hit about 75 and not 47 on Wednesday. 78 on Thursday with sunshine. We'll begin Friday with some sun too, increasing clouds with the chance for evening showers. 80 degrees, our high temperature on Friday. And then for the Stemilt Grand Parade on Saturday, mostly cloudy, breezy and 65. We'll stay windy on Sunday with a high temperature then of 68 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Celebrate Apple Blossom with the Stemilt Grand Parade Saturday, May 3rd at 11 a.m. on the NCWLIFE channel. Coverage is brought to you in part by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington, Boswell's Home Furnishings, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Mary Maids, Together for Youth, and the Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center. Watch the Stemilt Grand Parade Saturday, May 3rd on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE channel.
NCWLIFE's news team is keeping an eye on North Central Washington. Join us each weekday evening at 5, 6, and 10 for the NCWLIFE Evening News, with interviews, in-depth reporting, and the kind of insights you can't find anywhere else. We're the hometown news station for the Wenatchee Valley, the Cascade Foothills, and up and down the Columbia River. Thanks for watching NCWLIFE, proud to be part of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a good Monday to you. The Mariners have won yet another series after edging Miami Sunday 7-6 at T-Mobile Park. Marlins beat Seattle Friday, with the Mariners bouncing back for a 14-0 win on Saturday and 7-6 yesterday. Cal Raleigh got the offense going.
Cal Raleigh, fly ball, lofted right field, number 10, inbound, gone. Goes after the first pitch, ground ball sharply hit right side and through. Crawford is in to score. Mastrobuoni races home, throw to second, safe at second base. Rivas is all right there. The Mariners have extended the lead. Now it's 3-1. This is into center field. Base hit finds the gap. Rivas rounds third base. Julio full steam ahead. Now getting held. The slide by Polanco. He's safe at second base. And the Mariners tack on another. Who else? Jorge Polanco. 2-2. Right back up the middle into center field. Base hit. Rivas wheeling around third base. And he scores standing. My goodness. Jorge Polanco. It is just one hit after another. He has made it a 5-1 Mariners lead.
A run for an out. As Lopez hits a high chopper towards third. And Mastrobuoni throws out Lopez, but that'll play to run. Now it's 5-2.
The running game. Clobbered right field. J.P. Crawford leaning hard into this one. It is gone. A two-run blast.
He leaves in line for a victory as the 2-2 is hit a mile to left field.
Forget about it. Ramirez, it's his second home run of the day.
There's a swing and a drive in the air, left field and deep. Connor Norby with a 3-run shot here in the top of the 8th. And just like that, it's 7-6.
Breaks his back, saws him off. Rivas right there, and the Mariners win it. They have taken the series, and the Seattle Mariners are truly one of the hottest teams in baseball.
Seattle has the day off today and will host the Angels in the first of 2 games tomorrow night. That'll be on Root Sports Northwest. Well, the Mariners are in first place in the American League West after taking 2 of 3 from Miami over the weekend. They're a game in front of Texas, who fell to the Giants yesterday 3-2. Houston is a game and a half back following a 7-3 win over Kansas City. Athletics topped the White Sox 3-2 in 10 innings. Angels are in last place in the division. Well, the Seattle Seahawks are pounding their chests after what they see as a successful NFL draft over the weekend. Seattle selected 3 offensive guards, including first-round pick Gray Zabel. They also added a safety, tight end, defensive back, a fullback, a running back, a wide receiver, and quarterback Jalen Milroe out of Alabama. Coach Mike McDonald and general manager John Schneider were giddy about their picks.
Very excited about what we've added to this team, and the depth and the toughness and the competitors and the reliability, and just excited for this growth-minded staff to get their hands on these guys and get ripping.
Man, I didn't tell John I was going to do this, but I think it's appropriate from my perspective to, as coaches and what we're coming into, to share our appreciation for John and our team on the personnel side of the ball. I'll tell you what, I wish you guys could be in that room, and how we operate it is different. It's unique to the rest of the league, in my opinion. I think we do it better than anybody else, and it's our style. It's how we want to operate. Everybody's included. It's just a special operation, man, and it's just really cool to work alongside John and see him do his thing with the rest of the crew.
Thanks, man.
It's just it was
Thanks,
awesome.
buddy.
Yeah,
That's cool.
So,
That was
appreciate
very
it.
nice of
but
you.
these guys, they're really good at what they do, and it was a lot of fun this weekend. So, just can't wait to practice next week, rookie camp. See these guys in here and get to work.
The 11 draft picks and another 16 undrafted free agents will be in Renton at the VBAC this week for their rookie camp. Wenatchee Valley Super Oval was a busy place this weekend with 2 nights of racing action. Quincy's Michael Knutson was the Spring Sizzle 100 winner on Friday night in the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Model main event. East Wenatchee's Thomas Stanford was second, followed by Okanagan's Evan Getz. Saturday night's main event was the Leonard Evans 150 for the Northwest Super Late Model Series. Caldwell, Idaho's Jovan Dillon was the winner. Ken Bonney from Hermiston was second, followed by Meade's Jason O'Neill third. Auburn's Dylan Wolf grabbed the checkered flag in the Angels Bail Bonds Legends main event. Deer Park's Cole Dazenbrock was second, followed by Palmer, Alaska's Wyatt Flowers in third. Hunter Maggart was the big winner out of Yakima in the Knutson General Contracting Bandoleros. Cashmere's Pipel Andrus was second, followed by Graham's Leilani Langston third. Bonnie Lake's Dalton Christmas took the main event win in the Northwest Focus Midgets. Granite Falls' Jason Thomas was second, followed by Fife's Randy Schaff. He was in third. Racing continues this Saturday with the Apple Blossom Speed Night with Vintage Modifieds Nationals, Rockstar Energy B-Mods, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars, and the Zero Handicap Mini Bombers. Go to WVSO.com to get your tickets. The Wenatchee Bighorns have won 4 straight after a 135-100 win over Willamette Valley yesterday. Chris Cromartie led 8 players in double figures with 25 points. Kobe Johnson had 22. The 7-game homestand continues Thursday and Friday against Granite Falls. Go to WenatcheeBighorns.com for tickets and go to our website to find out more about the prep weekend. It was a busy one on Friday and Saturday. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Monday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station based right here in the Wenatchee Valley. Be sure to tune in for coverage of local sports. Once again, this spring we'll bring you prep boys soccer, baseball, and softball. In addition, we're adding Wenatchee Bighorn basketball in March, April, and May. It's all right here on the NCW Life channel, our Facebook and YouTube pages, as well as our website at ncwlife.com.